Let's take a look at how we can work with media files like AVI, QuickTime, or MPEG files inside our live production. So here in vMix, if we want to bring in a media file, that is done through add input. And the two we want to take a look at is video. This is if you want to work with just a single clip. I've got one here, and there it is as a source. And if I wanted to bring in a list of clips that I could play in order, we could go to add input again. There's list. Let's just select some other clips we can work with. And there's my list. And this goes along with a tab that allows me to now organize this list, rearrange, remove, add new clips into the list. So let's go into TriCaster and take a look at how to perform these same functions. So in the TriCaster, we have specific areas that we will load in our media files. Those are going to be the DDRs, which are labeled as DDR1 here and DDR2 on this side, Graphics 1 and Graphics 2, and Sound. Now, the difference between these players is really what kind of media can you load into them. The Sound player will only accept audio files. The Graphics players will only accept still images like JPEG or PNG images, and the DDRs will accept everything. So you could load video clips into them. You can also load stills and audio files as well, but typically you want to load those into the graphics and sound players so that you can leave your DDRs available for video clips. Beyond that, the operation between all of these players is very similar. So let's load some video clips into DDR1. I'm going to go click the plus sign in the bottom left corner. We've got some clips here. I'll just grab a few that we can look at. Once I get them loaded in, we can do some additional editing with them. Maybe I want this clip up front. We can just grab it with the left mouse button and rearrange shots just by dragging them around. We can also trim a clip. So maybe I don't want the full 15 seconds of this clip. We can grab the playback head, move this forwards or backwards. Let's say we want the clip to start here and maybe end there. So that will be the section of the clip we're going to play. And another thing we can also do is what's called autoplay. So if I turn this on, when I bring this clip to air, it will automatically initiate playback, but it will also come out at the end of the clip and then queue up the next shot for us. So let's see this in action. I'm going to bring this to air. You can see the clip playing. You can see it scrubbing along. And when it reaches the end, it's going to transition back to whatever is on preview. And now you can see the next clip is loaded and we're ready to bring that to air. So if you've got multiple graphics or multiple clips that you want to play throughout a production, this makes it very easy to go through them if you set them up in order, and the system will automatically handle all of the playback and transitioning in and out for you. Now, a few other things we can also do with our clips is we can choose whether or not we want these to be treated as a single clip or as multiple clips. And that can be done with this icon down here. When it's gray, then each one of these clips is played independently. But if I click this so it's blue, now all of these clips will get played back to back. And another thing we can also do is add transitions between these clips. So maybe I want to transition from this clip to that clip. We can go to the same plus button, scroll down on the left side till we get to our transitions. There they are right there. And then just pick the transition we want. Let's use an edge wipe. We'll do this one here. And so now when I bring this one to air, you'll see it starts playback of this clip, but it's going to play through all three of them. It's going to transition from the first one to the second one, which it did. It will then play through this clip. It will just perform a cut on the next one and then finish when it reaches the end of that last clip. The TriCaster Mini S model I'm on has a feature called Live Panel. And using this, we can control the media players using a web browser on another computer. Now, to get this set up, we first need the IP address of our TriCaster, and you can see that running in this window here. If you click on this button called the Notification Center, at the bottom you'll see the IP address of your TriCaster listed. You'll then open a web browser, type that IP address in, and then you'll be presented with this screen. Now, it might ask you for a username and a password, so if it does pop up a requester asking for that, admin is the default username and password that you can enter into the system. From the menu, we'll select media, and then we can choose which media player we want to control. So let's pick DDR1, and you can see the clips down here on DDR1. They're also showing up in the browser. I can do many of the same functions. I can rearrange clips. I can click the plus sign to add a new clip in. There we go. I'll put this one as second clip in there. We've got our playback controls, loop mode, the single playlist mode, autoplay. There's live video that shows up in the window up here. So you can see even from the web browser, what's playing in the DDR. So it gives you a lot of functionality to allow an assistant to work with you to control media playback of your TriCaster system.